Now then, where were we? The girl, of course. It wasn't supposed to start with the girl, and it wasn't supposed to end with her either. Maybe she could have had a minor role in it. Commedie Theatrum likes that sort of thing. The plucky Verna with a cameo turn, who could never make herself out as anything so bold as the main player. Point is, she's no one of particular importance. The girl. Although maybe it's appropriate to start calling her a woman now. She's 23 years old. Maybe. It's not like anyone actually knows what day she was born. So here's Tair, who doesn't have a last name or a birthday and therefore can't matter very much. But she does. She made herself important when she took the Iveroa Stone into her own hands, and when she fell in love with someone who gave her the means to control it. Thumbprint recognition, a technology belonging to a murdered world. She made herself a main player because everyone else was too busy arguing to notice that she wasn't very happy with the way the conversation was going. At the moment, Tair doesn't regret that decision exactly, but it's hard to remember with beads of sweat trickling down from her hairline, the rhythmic tapping of her own impatient fingernails against the doorframe, as Bithia Kalinus sneaks out ahead of her to scout out the Legion checkpoint around the corner. A quick glance ahead on the dusty street, where Bithia slips a covert nod. Tair hurries away from the door, Pio Dexter trailing behind, out from the house to creep along meridium shadows. All clear? Cohorts all went in. Must have got too hot for them. Too hot for anyone? It's a risk, going outside like this at the very height of midday. Reports have been steadily trickling in as the summer enters its long half-year stretch, the death toll slowly rising with the temperature. An elderly couple in Paliaside succumbing to heat stroke as they slept, a dock worker collapsing of dehydration, children being given the bulk of their parents' rationed clean drinking water, and still it isn't enough. Tair can't remember an April this deadly, and it's still early days. The Reggio Marina should be a reprieve from the stifling, oppressive scorch of the inner districts, where buildings trap rank odors of sweat and tazine and bird shit as much as the humidity. But even the small breeze wafting off the harbor isn't enough to keep Bithia from stumbling, and the older woman shoots Tair and Pio a tight smile of thanks when they reach out to steady her. Sol Umbra don't have hard and fast rules for much of anything, really. But the trio system naturally fell into place. And while Tair doesn't really consider herself a part of Sol Umbra, more a guest making use of Miro's hospitality to figure out what the hell she's doing next, she can't deny the appeal of the trio system's security. It was half the reason she was finally convinced to stop hiding in the bombed-out control room beneath the fighting pits, surviving off what little food Diana could scrounge up. If she sought out Miro and Sol Umbra, Diana argued, along with Art Ekagara, because the good doctor finally brought down the big guns, then Tair would be protected enough from the Revenants to actually start making a plan for the Iveroa Stone, figuring out who to trust, shoring up allies. With Sol Umbra, Tair has at least 2 people watching her back at all times.